So that's the put channel 108, the only channel you need to watch. The only channel you need to see, except the channels you watch, the channels I see. Not here to impress, only here to express. Today is Thursday the 12th of June 2025. Soon be Christmas 2033, and soon be Easter 2040 when the baby canopy returns. More accurately, it'll be May 2040 actually, but let's just not get too pedantic now, eh? Sun's shining today, but no sooner as I got into the groove of the sunshine, the spray started to do their thing. Look at that. Saturday the 21st of June in Hyde Park, there's a big rally against geoengineering and chemtrailing, headed up by Matt Landerman. A few notable guests will be there. Chris from Sheep Farm, I believe. I think even Mike Devlin could be there too. And Daz Nesbitt will be there. I'll probably get to meet up with him again. I met him a few times, Daz. I've known him for a while. I've not known him, but you know, I've known him since 2016. His video was one that convinced me that was living on a flat plane, not a spinning globe, but that's another story. But yeah, Daz Nesbitt's alright, you know. I met him down at the anti-lockdown protests too. These tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorists, they're all right wing tinfoil hat wearing anti-vaccine nutcases, you know. Right wing, flat earth, tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theories. They're a menace to society, they are. Loyal to the foil. At the end of the day though, we're living in a perceived reality. It doesn't really matter. Now I've come to the conclusion, it's not even a conclusion, but I've come to the realisation it's not conclusive. My idea changes, people's ideas change, people's perceptions change. I'm certainly not onto the spinning globe theory, that we're on a spinning globe whizzing through space at ridiculous speeds, because there's no evidence of motion. It's definitely a stationary environment that we're living in, and enclosed too. Whether it's rather than, I don't really go along with most of the flat earth models even. A lot of them are erroneous and questionable, and people are religiously tied to the ideas of these certain models of flat earth just as much as the globe people, the globies, are attached to the spinning globe. And the argument will continue, you know, and I'm not interested in those arguments anymore. I used to, back in the day, I was very much investing a lot of time and energy into arguing this point, but at the end of the day it doesn't really matter how you perceive the world we live in, so long as we do good stuff, so long as we are good. Oh, look at that, sun's gone right in now. So it's all over. Chemtrails have arrived. Anyway, it's still a nice day and it's warm, and I've got to have to wear a jacket today. On the edge of Boston Woods. And feeling a lot better. My health is improving. We're living in a perceived reality. And if you know, we can actually invest our mind into a particular belief system, whether it's a religious or scientific or whatever. We can invest our consciousness, our attention into, for example, if you're a Muslim and you're born into being a Muslim, and you pray 5 times a day, you go to the mosque at least every Friday to observe the religious ceremony. You follow Eid, you follow Ramadan, you wear the cloth, you know, you grow your beard accordingly, you follow all the Sharia rules and regulations, all that stuff, and living amongst Muslims, your families are Muslims, your friends are Muslims, the community living is a Muslim, and to you that is reality. That is the reality, because it's a belief system, you know, and as long as you believe in a particular way of, if your intention is focused on a particular perception of reality, that perception is real to you. The the environment will actually confirm to you that what you believe in is true, especially when you're associating with people. Association is the key to it all, really. Oh my God, it's gone cloudy now. Look, they've sprayed the sun out. Oh, it was good before that. Oh, what a drag, man. It should be still sunny. Anyway, perceive reality. Bishop Berkely said, philosophy obviously must have been Christian. He said the world is in the mind, not the mind in the world. And we experience the world, we experience the realm inside our head. Our five senses pick up on information around us externally. But of course, we can only see a certain spectrum of the reality that we're living in. For example, when we're looking about us, we can only see the visible spectrum of light. The radiomagnetic spectrum is vast, and we can't see microwaves, you can't see X-rays, you can't see cosmic rays, you can't see radio waves, etc. You can't see most electromagnetic frequencies, whereas light is the only thing our eye can pick up on. So what is existing in those invisible frequencies we cannot see, cannot perceive. And of course we can only hear in our ears as well. We can only hear certain frequencies, subsonic or hypersonic frequencies beyond our hearing. For example, you have dog whistles. We can't hear dog whistles. Unless you're a little kid, of course. Little kids have got a sharper hearing than adults. Little kids could probably hear dog whistles, but we can't as adults. It just sounds like wind going through it. That's all we hear. But to a dog, it's shrill sound, and they know it's time to return to the master. Same with our sense of touch and smell. I mean, our sense of smell compared to a dog, again, dog's primary sense is a sense of smell, and that sight is secondary to the sense of smell. Smell is everything to a dog. That's how they perceive the world around them. We go out sightseeing, we humans, we go out sightseeing, but dogs will go out smell sniffing. We're taking our dog out, Rilo. I observe how he just smells everything. Sometimes the most disgusting things. Smelling a dog's arses, for example. Well, that's where they get the information. They'll get all the information from another dog by smelling his bum. But yeah, that's the world. The world according to a dog is a completely different world according to a human being. Animals perceive the world completely different to what humans do. And many humans perceive the world differently. So you're stuck in the Muslim paradigm, or you're stuck in the Christian paradigm, or you're stuck in the Jewish paradigm, or you're stuck in the Hindu paradigm. There's so many paradigms. Buddhist paradigm, scientific atheistic paradigm, communist paradigm. And if you're associated with people who are in the same paradigm, that reality is true to you. And the environment will confirm to you that that is true. So what do we do? How do you go beyond the social conditioning and social programming? You know, how do we break beyond that? There are different methods. Some people go down the ayahuasca trip or psychedelic trip, magic mushrooms, ayahuasca, DMT, etc. Those are paradigm shifting substances, opening up the pineal gland, lining up the chakras onto a different frequency. Some people use that, but you've got to be careful with that kind of shit. It could send you off into insanity. As a youth, I've tried magic mushrooms and LSD just for recreational purposes, not for ceremonial or therapeutic. Can be used for ceremonial and it can be used for therapy, these substances, but it's got to be done under strict guidances and conditions for it to have any positive effect. And actually DMT is the substance which is actually already within us. It's said that DMT, we have a DMT trip when we're born, we have a DM trip when we die, and when we dream, when we're sleeping, usually when we're in that sort of like the twilight zone between wakefulness and sleepiness. That's when the inner DMT kicks in. Then when you have lucid dreams and things like that, there's a certain percentage of the DMT within our body is kicking into our brain, you know. So yeah, taking external DMT, yeah, there is that, but I think I would personally prefer to try the approach of activating the internal DMT naturally through deep breathing meditation exercises, yoga, sitting still in nature and just listening and being present. There's so many different ways you can do it without any external substances. Mantra meditation, so many different things. Putting yourself into a flow state. Some people, you meditate through different. My method of meditation is writing. When I write, creative writing, I get into flow state. That's meditation to me, and I go into a different level of consciousness, stepping outside the world of the physical realm, you could say, you know. I'm looking for another word, but I can't think of it right now. The TikTok land, the mechanical world we live in, the land of TikTok, linear time. End of part 1.